This T-Rex cookie is adorable, but there's something I forgot. Can you spot it? Hi, I'm Leslie with Leslie's Cookies and Treats, and if you love decorating sugar cookies or you want to learn how, you're in the right place. Let's decorate together. So I've finally gotten everything moved over into my new house, and I'm able to finish my Dinosaur cookie series. This T-Rex design is by Cuddly Cute Designs, which is a paper piecing company for scrapbooking. And if you buy her design and print it out on your Cricut, you can trace all of the pieces onto your cookie just like I have, using an edible marker, of course. So let's get started. All the supplies are listed in the description, and you can get the cookie cutter in my shop. And I started out by outlining and flooding in the belly in a 15-second consistency in orange. I'm using my scribe to settle that icing down and to pop any air bubbles and to kind of shape it how I need to and get it into those little corners. And then I'm going to let that dry, so I'm going to leave that alone for a little while, and I'm going to come in and pipe in these spikes on his back. So using my orange icing, I'm kind of just going to make a line, and I'll use my scribe to kind of shape these spikes a little bit better and get them out into points. This is a little skinny area, and I don't want to overfill it so that it runs off the edge of the cookie. So I'll use my scribe here more to shape the icing and get it where it needs to go. And then we'll let that dry while we move on up to the eyes. We're creating areas of separation, so we're letting those areas dry while we move on to other areas where it's not touching. But for the eyes, we're going to do a wet on wet technique. And so I'll go ahead and outline and flood in the eyes, use my scribe to settle that icing down, and then I'm going to immediately grab my white icing and put a highlight right in both of the eyes. And then I'll use my scribe to drag it over into a little teardrop shape. And then we'll grab our white icing once again and immediately fill in the outside area of the eye for a wet on wet design, so this blends together as one solid surface when it's dried with no areas of separation between the white and the black. So be careful as you're shaping it with your scribe that you don't swirl it right into that black and create more of a tie-dye look. So we let all of that dry for about 20 minutes so it can crust over, and now I'm coming back in and I'm going to outline his head, and then we'll flood that in. To do my outline, I'm touching down with my piping bag, lifting up a little bit, and then while squeezing my bag with even pressure, I'm watching where the line is falling rather than my piping bag, and then I'm going to flood this in with the exact same icing. Because my icing is a 15-second consistency, I don't really need to worry that it's going to overflow the edges of the cookie, but I want to be careful that I don't pipe too much icing around the eyes because I don't want it to go over the top of these gorgeous eyes. As I've said before, the eyes are what makes this design so stinking cute, and we want to make sure we don't cover them up. So I'll get close, and then I'll use my scribe to kind of push the icing gently up against the eyes and closer to the outline at the top of the head, because again, I didn't want to obscure those little spikes on the top of his head either. So just gently push that icing around, pop any air bubbles, smooth it out. And once you have it all smooth, we're going to do a wet on wet effect again on his face. So go ahead and grab your orange icing, and we'll put some dots right at the top. So taking my orange icing, I'm just going to stick it right into that yellow icing and make some little dots. I want some dots to be bigger and some dots to be smaller. So for some, I'll just squeeze a little bit more, but I'm not moving my icing bag around. And for any dots that haven't quite settled into the yellow icing, I just took my scribe and used an up and down tapping motion to get them to settle down. My orange icing is just slightly thicker than my yellow icing, so it needed a little bit of help, but it probably would have settled down on its own if I would have let it. And then I just went ahead and piped in his hand down here next to his belly, and I'll use my scribe to shape that and settle it down, and then we'll come down to the bottom and pipe in his foot as well. And then we're going to set him aside again to dry for about 15 minutes or so before coming back in and piping in the rest of his body with the yellow icing. We're kind of working from the back to the front here, so we're piping areas that are behind, and I'm leaving the foot for last, that big foot in front, because it is in the front. And that way, when we pipe it in last, it will be a little bit over the top of everything else, and it will give the illusion of being in the front of everything. Use your scribe or your toothpick and settle down this yellow icing, and then set it aside to dry once again. If you have a table fan or a dehydrator, I strongly recommend you put your cookie in front of that to help it dry just a little bit faster. That helps prevent craters as well, which is always a great thing. And then bring your cookie back out and outline and flood in that front leg. Use your scribe to shape it and settle it down. See how it looks like it's in front of that icing, even though you know it's actually just on the cookie and not over the top of that yellow icing that we piped before. And so settle that down with your scribe and then go up to the face and let's pipe a big snout. We're going to overpipe this area, so just pipe a big circle or an oval. You decide what shape you like. And then we'll use your scribe once again to settle that icing down and smooth it out, being careful not to poke into the icing underneath because that icing is still wet underneath and we don't want to dent it or poke into it too much. And then I decided that I wanted his leg to be even puffier, so I'm going to take my icing and put it right back inside that icing we already piped and add a big bead of icing again and then use my scribe to kind of blend it all together by using mostly an up and down motion just to jiggle the icing smooth. And if your icing sticks to your scribe and it's leaving little peaks every time you pull it away, just wipe it off and then gently tap at it. I let my cookie dry for 24 hours, so it's completely dry now, and I'm coming back in with an edible marker, and I'm adding the nostrils, the mouth, and some eyelashes. And then this cookie is done, right? Oops. I didn't even notice that I forgot to pipe his arm until I was making this video. Did you notice what I forgot before the end? Let me know in the comments. I already gave the cookies away, so I can't fix it, but you can easily pipe another arm right over the top. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, please be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what other mistakes I make in my adventures of cooking. Bye for now.